You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports Porters. Well, if you are a Caitlyn Clark fan, if you're an Indiana Fever fan, this is something you already know. However, for the haters out there, the old WNBA fandom, many of you call them the slows. For those fans, they're in complete denial. We've tried to tell people Caitlyn Clark moves the needle unlike anybody else in this league or everybody else in this league. It just sort of is what it is. Fans are coming to see one particular player, and along with that, carries over the support to the entire team. Well, Forbes has released a rather very interesting insight report that tells you exactly how much the Indiana Fever's social media engagements are actually monetarily worth, either on X or YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, whatever. I mean, all these posts have a monetary value to them based on engagement. Boy, their posts are worth a lot of money. They are worth a lot of money, and I can tell you right now, that's a little over 5 times higher than the next WNBA team. 5 times higher. Let's go down here. Just scroll down. The Indiana Fever's staggering $55 million social media evaluation speaks volumes. Now, before we get into this, let me just come over here and let me read this to you so you know exactly what we're looking at. After noticing the growing popularity of WNBA across social media, social agency STN Digital and analytics and measurement platform Zoom teamed up to quantify the league's online impact with a newly released WNBA social rankings and insight report. The research analyzes how every team performed across social media during the 2025 season and identifies which clubs and content pieces generated the most engagement, impressions, and estimated media value. STN Digital and Zoom evaluated official team-owned accounts on Instagram, X, Facebook, and YouTube, and tracked more than 20,000 pieces of content published during the 2025 season between May 16th and September the 11th, 2025. Quote, the WNBA is on a meteoric rise. David Brickley, CEO of STN Digital. The valuations of these franchises are increasing dramatically. The ratings on television are better than ever, and I think there's no better time to look at what's happening on social media. Using a model called, quote, social value metric, the study calculated the estimated pay media equivalent value created by organic posts, factoring in impressions, video views, engagements to benchmark what the same exposure would cost through advertising. So in other words, if you paid out, if an advertiser paid out to get a certain amount of eyes in front of this amount of people, this is what it would be worth. The findings revealed the Indiana Fever led the league with an estimated $55.04 million in social value, 38.73 million engagements, 1.17 billion impressions during the 2025 season. The top 5 teams by social value were the Indiana Fever, Dallas Wings at 8.61 million. That was second, folks. You went from 55 million down to 8.61 million. Where's Angel? Las Vegas Aces, 7.64 million. Lynx, 7.54 million. The Chicago Sky was fifth, 6.35 million. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Worth noting, STN Digital played a supportive role in the Indiana Fever's social strategy during the 2025 season, working with the Pacers Sports and Entertainment on key campaigns, providing unique social content to connect fans to the team through social media. By the way, the Dallas Wings did have a dramatic year-over-year increase. They increased engagements by 505%, impressions by 251%, and a social value by 344%. So good God. I don't know where they ranked prior, but they had that much growth and was still, basically $37 million behind the Indiana Fever in second place. Wow. And I wonder where that would be. Look, the Indiana Fever did not quit posting social media content involving Caitlyn Clark. They still continuously posted stuff. But that does show you the power of a Sophie Cunningham as well. We've talked about her on Google Trends and sort of like where she ranks in the echelon. I believe she was like the third most searched WNBA player in the league for a certain span of months. And that all has monetary value. We've seen her get Arby's and yada, 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 other sponsorships. And it was surprising. I have to admit, I thought the Chicago Sky would be second because of Angel. I did. And she was fifth. That's interesting. So Caitlyn, Paige Beckers, Asia, but we're talking they're way behind. Way behind in monetary value. God, the Chicago Sky was, Jesus, way back there. 49 million behind. Wow. That is unbelievable. And I don't know if it's this article. Let me see if I can see it here. Oh yeah, I wanted to cover this. The Indiana Fever had a YouTube video that was worth an estimated $733,594. That is unbelievable, folks. As somebody that's on YouTube, I don't know how many views that son of a bitch got, but it had to be a lot to be worth over 700 grand. Woo! Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.